Hey there, I just watched the 2018 movie called The Toybox. I've been wanting to watch it for a while, and it popped up on Tubi. It has an interesting premise. It's about this estranged family. They decide to go on this vacation in their old souped up RV, and strange things start to happen. And on the way, they pick up a brother and sister. The sister is played by Misha Barton. And in the RV, you have a mother and her young daughter. You have an elderly father. You have his son who's in his 30s or 40s. And things just progressively start to go wrong. They get into an accident, which results in some casualties and injuries, which was a little bit shocking. I wasn't expecting that. And they basically get stuck in the desert, which is creepy even on a good day. So I really liked the location for it. The desert makes a good desolate Twilight Zone type setting. But with this movie, they don't run afoul of crazy people living in the desert or crazy hitchhikers. Basically, the RV is haunted and it has a mind of its own. And it sounds really ludicrous on paper, but the way it's handled in the movie is kind of interesting. It's unsettling. It can trap you inside the RV. It can shut off the air conditioner. It can shut off the cooling, which is going to make all the food and drinks go bad really fast. The RV can also drive on its own, etc. So you have this poor family basically trapped in this RV in the middle of the desert. Well, I give it points for having a different type of plot for these kind of slasher movies. Like I said before, usually it's a crazy inbred person living in the hills or a crazy hitchhiker that people pick up and turns on them. But this was kind of interesting in a way that you're stuck in an RV with a mind of its own, and it's seemingly indestructible and impenetrable when it wants to be, unless it wants you to come inside of it. Well, I thought it was interesting. I thought the execution could have been a little bit better. It's not on the level of, say, Stephen King's Christine, where the possessed car had its own personality and whatnot. But this was creepy enough. It could have been done a little bit better, but I feel like for the budget, it did a pretty good job with the special effects and whatnot. I really liked Misha Barton. I've been a fan of hers for a long time. I've always liked her work ethic. Ever since she went off of the OC, she kind of relegated to basically any kind of part that she could get. And I admire that. I'm not saying that as a negative towards her. Always has this work ethic. She doesn't turn work down. And I never liked how she was made fun of, like online or in the tabloids and whatnot. And the mother in this film is played by Denise Richards, who I've always been a longtime fan of also. She has a good emotional role as the mother in this of a young daughter. So this is an indie movie. It's on Tubi. The plotline sounds goofy on paper, but I was really invested in what was going to happen to the characters. So for that, I would say, definitely give it a shot if you're into these kind of indie, off-the-wall type movies. So the Toybox, it's on Tubi from 2018. And I hope you like this review, and hopefully I'll make another review soon. And thanks for watching. Bye.